afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another excellent episode of Vegas Views. Dawn Sullivan, Danny Miner, no meds. Today we have Destiny Black on with us again. Not only is she a ghost hunter, she was on 2 weeks ago with us, but she is also a crime junkie like myself. She knows it all with us. So, Danny, tell me about your week. How are you?
Oh, my week's going good. It's really good. You like my new shirt, my ADHD shirt?
I love it. If you guys don't know, our new motto here is no meds. So it's Dawn Sullivan, Danny Miner, no meds. So, yeah, no meds, ADHD. Do you have ADHD?
Severe.
I know. I'm just asking for the audience. No, do you think it's severe?
Severe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me how your brain operates. You're like...
Listen, honest to God, Don, I took an online test. I told you this before. Okay, so I took an online test to see if I had it because everybody tells me I have it, right? So I took this online test. After I got done, I swear the results were you have it severe and seek professional help. I swear, I swear I'm not lying to you. It told me I should seek professional help because, I mean, like me just talking to you right now, I thought of 75 different things. That's how my brain works. It's weird. I just continue to... But that makes me as a good communicator too. So it's my superpower as also as it hurt me through my life too.
Ooh, I want to get into that for
a
second.
Okay,
hold on, guys. We just went on to psychology, guys. You know what, Danny and I, you never know what you're going to get. We say crime, it becomes something else. We'll do a little crime today. But from a psychological standpoint, you know, I've heard that a lot from a lot of people that have had ADHD. They said it is a gift, but it's a curse at the same time. So a gift, I see where it's a gift for you because... I don't know anyone with your personality. You're so quick and so your energy's so good to be around. Anyone in the same room with you is always like, oh my God, it's awesome to be around Danny. I never met anyone who hasn't said like, Danny's great, except for the haters that can't stand you on TikTok, which that's just entertainment in itself. But for real, people like you because your energy is so good. You always have something to say. You always have something to add to the conversation. Never a dull moment with you. Tell me about the negative.
The negative thing is when I think about when I was a kid, I couldn't sleep, and that's one of the signs of ADHD. You can't sleep. You have insomnia because your mind does not shut off. So my mind never shut off. I used to go to school tired. I didn't know I had ADHD, but I know it now. It's just that your mind don't shut off. It's just continuous going. Does not shut off.
And back then, like it wasn't even a thing.
No, I was just a bad kid.
They thought you were bad?
I would get beat up by the nuns. I went to Catholic school. They beat the heck out of me.
And you're just spitting ideas and stuff because your brain's operating this way.
Here's the thing with ADHD. If you're interested in it, you're gung-ho.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's your life 24/7. If you're not interested, you ain't listening to anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of things, I came off, like, honest to God, when I went to school, I felt I was stupid. Because I did bad in school, but I wasn't stupid. I just wasn't interested. And people that ADHD, if you're not interested, you're not doing it.
So let me ask you, if it's something that you enjoyed, you excelled. So what did you excel? What did you love? What were you like, this was it gym? Was it...
I can tell you this. This is how I know how it worked. When I went through high school, I was a bad student. Right? C student, bad student.
Even in current events, in history and current events?
I was bad, yeah. If I didn't believe...
No, I could see you being so good at that now.
Honestly, yeah. But then when I went to college, decided to be a cop. I went into criminal justice, A student. Yeah. Because I cared about that. You know what I mean? When I went through, I don't care about
science. So you were able to hone in and focus
algebra,
on that completely.
Right? Yes.
You were able to focus and hone in.
Yes.
I think it's incredible. I do. I think people with ADHD minds are incredible. It's almost like you've got so much and then take the person and they're interested in one thing and you'll ace it and you'll be 100% at it. I don't think... My opinion, most people with ADHD should be on medication. Not that I don't believe in medication. In certain circumstances, I 100% absolutely believe in medication. But for ADHD, and especially small children, while their minds are still developing, absolutely not. I think shift our school systems and shift the way we teach to mold it for the children that are like that, and then see what they look like as adults if they need medicine.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Because what would medicine do to you? Probably dim your light.
I don't want that.
Yeah,
I definitely
I don't want that. That would be boring.
I mean, there's a lot of things I struggle in life. You know, we have short-term memory, quick. Like, if you tell me someone's came in this room, told me their name, 20 seconds later, I forget their name.
Because you have so much.
Yes, I can't remember anybody's name. And I was in sales, and that's a big thing to remember people's name. So I really had to force myself. Yes, I had to force myself to remember people's names because I have trouble with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a struggle, but I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't change anything.
It's who you are. It's a really... all your experiences, and I say this all the time, all of our experiences make up exactly who we are. So for myself too, I wouldn't change anything.
Right.
Now, I have had in the past extreme problems with anxiety. I mean, extreme. Not social anxiety. That is the funny thing is I could be in large groups. I was always life of the party. I can do all that. It was when it was almost like a one-on-one and there was pressure on me to perform almost like if I wasn't interested as well. If there's something I wasn't interested in, I won't have anything to do with it.
Right.
My anxiety goes sky high. If it's something I'm interested in, my confidence through the roof, I'm okay.
Right.
Through the years, I've learned to say, okay, this anxiety I got to put it someplace and I've got to channel it. So I've kind of done that too with no medicine as well.
Right.
But yeah, so high anxiety people, that changes who you are as a person.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't change it for the world either because I wouldn't be me here without these experiences. And I feel like it would dim and dull who I am. So I get that.
And
I get that
when you said one thing that hurt my life, what it does is if there's something I know I have to do, but I don't want to do it, I'm like, it's not fun to me. It's a problem for me, but it's something I have to get done. I'll procrastinate to the last minute. I will, but if it's something I like,
the worst.
if there's something I like, I have to do it within 10 seconds. Like driving over here, boom, a thought came into my head for a video on TikTok.
Did you start doing
the minute I pulled in this parking lot, immediately I'm doing a TikTok video in the car. But it's because I'm interested in something. But if it's something that I'm like, I don't really want to do this, I will wait to the last minute to do it. And it hurt me through my life because I'm like that.
Yeah.
But my ADHD also put me in the position I'm in now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So if it wasn't for my ADHD, I wouldn't have, close to 200,000 followers.
You'd be
you know
like
what I mean?
Everybody else.
Right.
Flip. They see you, what's this crazy guy saying? You wouldn't have that type of energy if you didn't have it. So yeah,
and the other
totally
thing,
get it.
if you know anybody with ADHD, people with ADHD interrupt you a lot. And like somebody's talking, they'll interrupt you. The reason they interrupt you is because they have a thought. And if they don't say it right then and there, they'll forget it.
Yeah.
Honest to God, that's the truth. Because ADHD people will interrupt you, but it's only because they're afraid they're going to forget what they want to tell you.
Yeah.
Because within 20 seconds, we could forget something. We're on to the next 50th, 75th thought.
I see it. I work with a lot of little ones at the school at Dream Tracks, and I see a lot of the little ones, and I can see it because they get along, and they're usually fun in the life of the party, but they're the quick ones. They're the ones, let me do it, da-da-da-da, and you're like, woo, and your brain has to like keep up with the little ones.
Right.
And you can see the ones that have it, and I think the ADHD kids, I don't know, they're talented. They're not scared. There's almost a sense of being fearless.
Yes.
So I don't know if the fear anxiety part shuts off for you.
I have no fear.
Yeah.
I have no fear.
Yeah.
And like I could go in front of any camera anytime and I have zero fear.
Yeah.
And
is that also a part of you because you really don't care what they think?
I don't care what people think. But that took me a while.
Yeah.
It took me a while. I used to read people's comments, get hurt feelings.
Yeah.
I'd be like, am I really doing the right thing here? But you know what?
Yeah.
Let's look at it this way. If 51% of the people love you, you could be president of the United States.
Oh, yeah.
49% of the people are going to hate you. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So 51%, you're doing great.
Yeah.
And I think I'm over 51%.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of haters.
I actually had just had this conversation with one of my younger people that work with me over at Dream Track. She's a model, she's an actor, and I said, be prepared. She's just got moved into a role. She's doing a lot for me for the improv show that we're going, and she's like taking stands in charge right now when I can't because I've got a lot of other stuff going on. And I said, be prepared because you're going to start getting a little hater. And she was just like, and she's such a sweet girl. And I said, no, for real, they're going to start hating. And already she's feeling like the just little hate. When you move up in life for a little bit, or you make a move, or you level up some way, people can't really handle it, and the ones that aren't content with themselves are going to come at you and come after you.
Right.
I think if I don't have haters, I'm not doing good. So the more I need one or two a day to mess with me, because then I know I'm doing the right thing in my life. I'm like, oh, if they're saying negative things to me, then okay, I still got it. So I like how much you, but I got to be honest, I'm a protective person when I care for somebody, and I get on your page though, when someone said something, I'm like, oh no, hell no, don't even, I don't want to start a battle, and I don't want to start a war with your people, but I'm super protective, and I'm like, what'd he say about Danny? And I'm like, oh, Dawn, don't do it, Dawn, don't do it, you can't do it. So for me, I don't care, they can say whatever they want about me, I get it all, and I'm okay with it, I'm cool. We do have to answer some questions one of these days though, because I get a lot of people. Guys, you guys on TikTok, and you guys on Instagram, log on, even if it is on the Facebook, or through social media shows, get on and live watch the show so you can interact with us, because after the fact I'm getting all these questions about Danny and you're asking me questions about me and the weirdest things. I don't know why you guys want to know the weirdest things about me. It's because I'm mysterious. I don't tell them things about my personal life. That's why they want to know, and I keep it that way for a reason. But anyway, guys, log in and be interactive with us. You can call in, you can type in. My production team is right here to put you through to us, and you can ask us questions. So 2 days later, we're like, what were you talking about with blah, blah, blah? I don't know, I forgot. I talk a lot. or I can't ask Danny, but Danny's on vacation on another one of his staycays. Danny, what do you mean by this and that? This person wants to know. Log in to us, talk to us live. Guys, get with it. I'm not even kidding, thousands in my DM right now about random shit. Come to us, talk to us about it. Okay, anyway, with that being said, I think we got to go on a 2-second commercial. When we come back, we are going to bring Destiny Black. She's another crime junkie. I know we've got a lot of stuff to say, and Danny's got a lot of crime to tell us about. You've been on fire this week on TikTok.
I have,
fire, yes. Some really cool stuff. Guys, we will be right back to you.
This show is brought to you by Michelle Kubiak. If you want to buy or sell a home, call Michelle. 702-683-6576.
It's a tough market. We get it. Home inventory is at an all-time low. It's a seller's market, and cash buyers have the advantage. Recently, cash buyers made up more than a quarter of all home purchases. But we have the solution. New American Funding's Buyer Accepted program allows your buyers to compete with all cash offers by becoming cash buyers themselves. Here's how it works. Buyer Accepted LLC, an affiliated company of New American Funding, will purchase your buyer's new home with cash and sell it back to them for the original purchase price, plus a fee that can be added to the purchase of the home once they secure mortgage financing with New American Funding. The best part is that they don't need to sell their current home first. This is a true cash offer. Clients who use our Buyer Accepted program can secure financing using a conventional loan and even VA. Plus, there are no fees for agents and no sacrificing commissions. Buyer Accepted even offers a free 1-hour certification course that will make you the expert. You want to close more deals and help more clients? New American Funding's Buyer Accepted program is the answer.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Hi, I'm Deacon T with Modern Word Ministries. It's great to be with you today. Just a short little promo for our show. Every Sunday morning we have service, and you can follow us at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on modernwordministries.org. And if you missed us or you want to see some of our older messages, go ahead and check us out on socialmediashows.com every single morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way to kick off your day, get a little bit of the word in you, get something uplifting, get you started off on your way. You know, if you're looking for prayer or you need some help, reach out to us. If you go to our website, again, that's modernwordministries.org, you can interact with me via telephone, via DM, text message, whatever you want. I'll get right back to you. So if you need prayer, you need help, you just need somebody to talk to, Modern Word Ministries is here for you. We are your church in the community. So until you see you next time, be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Welcome back, folks, to Vegas Views, and we got Destiny Black here on the show. Destiny, your ghost stories were great.
Thank you.
But listen, Dawn, Destiny, we have to talk about tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
July 26th.
Yes.
Listen, all my haters out there who make fun out of me, we're having a congressional hearing on UFOs tomorrow. There's going to be 3 whistleblowers. And before you say, oh, they're lying, because you're scared to know what's really going on, okay? They're going to testify under oath where if they lie, they can go to jail. Okay? So this isn't like you're on News Nation. This isn't the National Enquirer, Star Magazine. They're in front of Congress tomorrow.
Yes.
I mean, when is everybody going to... I don't get it, Dawn. Why doesn't anybody care about this?
I'm actually pretty excited for this because I've been waiting for this. I really want to hear how this is going to sound and what it's going to look like, and I have so many questions. You know how this is going to be. It's going to be quick. They're going to tell us what we need, and they're going to bounce. And then I'm still going to be left with all my questions. Right. But I'm excited to see what they're going to say from just a political standpoint. This is wild. Because I get it from your standpoint. Right. And everything that you've educated me on, and for yourself, like what you guys have educated me. So to hear this is going to be amazing. I'm excited. I want to see what this looks like for the future moving forward. And I also want to watch our country, because can I call it what's going to happen with the country already? They're going to wig out. So there's going to be certain people in small towns that are going to start bunkering themselves down, and there's going to be like all this stuff, and then they're going to come up with how to kill the aliens, and there's going to be everything. We're going to shift from that whole zombie thing to alien quick. I'm telling you. All shows are going to be, which is cool. This is going to be entertaining. You know what? At this point, if it brings something to our country to pull us together rather than divide us, I'm with it. If it's us against the aliens, I'd rather that. I'd absolutely rather that. Pull us all closer together, but I think the world's going to go nuts over it.
I think so too. I was on TikTok yesterday. Of course, I'm on TikTok every day. I was on TikTok out in the parking lot. But anyway, I saw, if they showed a video that I saw yesterday, Don, they showed they say our FBI interrogated an alien, and they have video of the alien being interrogated. I watched it yesterday on TikTok. Supposedly they're going to show this tomorrow at the hearing.
Can I ask you something, Danny?
Listen, I saw the alien. Listen, my girlfriend looks at these videos and looks at me like I'm insane. Like, she's like, you believe this? I'm like, yes! Like, I don't know... why would they lie to us?
I don't know if it's I spend too much time with you, but I believe your shit. Like, I'm not kidding. This guy has me going to Area 15, which, not paid partnership right here. Check it out. It is so cool. Went to the Illuminarium. I'm standing in this space thing, and I'm making him a video. Danny, you might be right. This is freaking cool. Like, so I don't even know if it's just spending a lot of time and consistently hearing something. Have you brainwashed me? I don't know. Right. But I'm starting to believe, too. It makes sense, guys. So after tomorrow, they put that out. It makes sense. I bet you people are going to be like, oh my God, Danny Miner, he's right. He is right about this.
The one whistleblower that
But wait, I have one question before that. You've done a lot of investigations where you have actually had to sit back and forth with someone and pull the truth out of them.
Yeah, of course.
So
I was very good at that, by the way.
I can see that.
Yeah, I was very good at that.
You're a little pushy, so I can see it.
Right.
That's in a good way. So they were doing that with an alien.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, be real with me, would you do that with an alien? Because I'd be freaked out if they're like, Dawn, okay, here's your job. Go get the truth out the alien.
Listen.
You don't know his power. You don't know. If he's sitting in front of you, then that means everything we learned means nothing. We've got to move forward to what the possibility of this guy coming out, like, doing some, you never know, what Spider-Man stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you do that?
This is the question I asked my girlfriend last night. You guys both answered. Same like you're saying here. They're saying, this one guy said, it's not from a different planet. He believes they're coming from a different dimension. That's what he said. And this is one of the whistleblowers, that it's a different dimension. And he said, this is what I said to my girlfriend, if they came here and they said, we could take you and show you this different dimension, would you go?
No.
Instead of interrogating them, would you go with them to the different dimension?
Yeah,
I'm going.
honestly,
I'm going.
I'm going.
I'm going.
No,
if I'm your age, if I'm young like that, no. I wouldn't if I was your age. I'm old. My life's almost over. I'm going with the aliens.
Oh my God.
I'm on the downhill.
Over.
I'm on the downhill.
But I agree. I would go.
Come on, my last 10 years is going to be in the nursing home.
I would have
So I got to go.
Your last year not in a nursing home. Oh my God. Okay, I would go. I would go too.
Yeah,
you wouldn't go.
No.
I would go.
Why wouldn't you go?
I don't know, but
I'm
I'm
going. You have a long life to live and things to do.
Yes.
And okay.
And you're stuck there forever, so how are we going to know?
No,
Yeah.
are you stuck there forever?
I don't know.
How are you going to know you're going to get back? Then no one's going to believe you.
I
I
know.
don't give a shit if anyone believes me.
I'm like, well, Dawn and Danny are in another dimension right now.
They'll be back. Those people that know me would be like, oh, okay, typical. Yeah. She's just in another dimension. Let her be. And she's with Danny. I see where this is going.
Listen, and I got news on the Vegas UFO.
Oh, okay. What happened?
I got news on the Vegas UFO. I get my news from TikTok, which is definitely the truth. But anyway,
our production manager is laughing so hard right now because she's
definitely
like,
true.
I don't
It's
even
the
know.
truth, 100%.
She might cancel us this. We gotta stop. We gotta really bring. She might cancel us. I'm not kidding.
this is what they're saying. Okay, now you guys got to realize when they told us about the UFO in Vegas, that happened a month before they released it.
Yeah.
You realize that?
Yeah.
Why did it take a month? Why did it take a whole month to release what happened in Vegas?
Because they had to figure out the narrative.
Yep, they put cameras in. They put cameras in. The Homeland Security came there and put cameras in. Here's what they said on TikTok. They one of the big UFO people. They went to the house, interviewed the neighbors. The one neighbor has 2 pictures of the alien crawling over the wall. But he got so scared that the government was going to do something, he tried to destroy his phone. Because he has it on his phone, he's scared. He said, the neighbor says that more than police came to interview him. People he didn't know came to interview him about this. Well, supposedly they have pictures of the alien. That's why they didn't release it for a whole month.
Wow.
Why didn't they release it for a month? That is weird. It happened in May, and you release it in June and tell us this? Why?
Do you know what time tomorrow this is airing? Do you have any time?
I don't
It's
know.
just coming
It'd
out.
be the East Coast, West, Washington, D.C., so I'm thinking 9.
Okay.
Their time probably would be 6 in the morning.
I cannot.
You know what I mean?
I'm so excited because I want to hear what they have to say. And if they shut us down again, like, well, no, I'm going to be so disappointed if it's like another, like, that's just almost saying, like, hey, we're lying to you. We're still going to continue to lie to you. So I hope it's not that.
They have, I was telling her last week, they said they recovered at least 12 crafts that have crashed, landed here. Okay, at least 12, and they have aliens. They actually have bodies of aliens. I'm not kidding you. That's what this whistleblower says on News Nation. He is testifying before Congress tomorrow.
I'm so excited. Like, I wonder what they look like. Like, are they going to be just metal like we think with their faces like this and like, like, what are they going to look like? Do they have the big eyes?
Aliens.
Yeah.
Listen, but if this comes out, say this comes out, okay, and the government, President Biden comes on there and says, yes, this is true. It's been going on for 80 years. We hid this from the public. Like, does it change you?
No.
No? I kind of think it changes a little bit.
No, I way, like, leaving my house at that point, it'd be different. I'd be like, oh, like, is that one of me? Like, one of them? Like, what are they like? You know me, I'd probably try to make friends. I'd be like, girl, like, how are you? Like, try to analyze her, see what's going on. I want to meet a female alien, too.
Yeah.
See what it's like for
What if they're
them.
cool?
Yeah, it could be
fun.
They could be. Who knows? Now I don't like telling you guys stuff because I know you think I'm crazy. But there's like 70 different species of aliens, they're saying.
70 different species?
Yes.
Oh.
They're saying they're from all different places. Some are from different dimensions. Some are from different planets. That's what they're saying.
And there are a lot of...
Don's probably thinking, seriously, we gotta put this man in a mental hospital.
No. Listen, a couple of weeks ago, I was like, all right, should I call on him? Just a 72-hour hold. Let's see if there's something wrong. But no. Since then, it's just gotten crazier. So maybe we should
just keep going down.
Yes.
No, I actually do. It makes sense to me, Danny, and I like that you believe, because you gotta believe in something in this world, right?
Yes.
There's certain things that I believe in that other people, like Dawn, you're so crazy and whacked out. So I get it. I like that you believe it. I really, truly want to know what's out there, though, because I'm so curious at this point. I want to know: are they amongst us? Do I know them? Like, do I interact with one on a daily? Now, ever since we started talking about it, I started thinking like that person's a little bit like, emotionless.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
They have no empathy. Or is they a socio, or do they come from another planet?
Right.
You never know, right?
And they're saying they're in our oceans. That's the big thing. You heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're in our oceans.
No, you almost lost me, Little Mermaid.
And listen, they say the craft could go, their craft goes like, I don't know, 14,000 miles an hour, they're saying. And it could go underwater the same amount and the same speed.
At this point, I'm going to leave it. My stance on this is for real, Danny, I don't think you're nuts. Anything is possible. Think about, let's rewind into the 30s. And if you fast forward from the 1930s to now, and you told them exactly what is going on right here and now, they're going to be looking at us like we're crazy aliens. They wouldn't believe a word we were saying with the technology. They wouldn't believe the stuff that has been discovered. Just think about it. Not just the 30s, 40s, 50s.
Right.
I just saw that movie, what's the name of it?
Freedom movie?
Oh, not the Freedom I saw the other day. I did see Barbie.
Oppenheimer?
Is it good?
Yeah, it was really good. You would actually like it. It was really, really good, and it was set way back when they were building the atomic bomb, right? It was the atomic bomb. And the lack of knowledge that those people had, if they saw us today, they would be like, wow. It would be like us seeing an alien walking around. And so, yeah, I believe that there's something. I just can't wait to see exactly what it is. And I hope it's in our lifetime that we live amongst them.
Oh, it's gonna. You're gonna know stuff.
So.
You're gonna know stuff tomorrow. I'm telling you, you're gonna know stuff tomorrow. Seriously, I can't wait. But still, there'll still be people. That's BS. They're lying.
Because people are set in their ways. People don't like change.
I know. And you know what else? And it's the media too, because the media lies to us so bad. It's such BS. Yeah. And seriously, like Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, people, their ratings are down. Because people don't even go to that anymore because they feel it's BS.
Because they're not.
They go to TikTok. That's why people come to me.
They're absolutely not true platforms. 100%. I think I've said this before on the show. I literally need to know something, or I need to find out if something's good, or someone. I go right to TikTok.
So do I. I trust regular people than I trust the media.
Absolutely. Yeah. How sad is that? Listen, guys. With that being said, okay.
Yeah, we're off topic.
Media, we're off topic. But speaking of media. Brianna, was that her name?
Which one?
The young lady. I have so much to say about this one. She pulled that stunt. You did a TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Carly Russell.
Yeah,
I'm
Carly
sorry,
Russell.
I don't even know where I got Brianna from. Okay, Carly Russell. I want to say a couple things about that.
Go ahead.
I am 100% glad that she is home safe and sound. For whatever reason, the stunt was pulled. My opinion is it was a stunt. It was pulled. For whatever reason, I think that she should get the mental help that she needs, and we're always a platform for people to help people. I'm not going to knock anybody or say whatever, but about her particularly. But what she did showed the nation a few things. One, I commend you. You ran with that story like no other. You knew someone was in need, and you were like, boom, you put it out. I don't know how many hits you got, but you got a lot.
Yeah.
You spread the word on that story to the point that if this was true, you may have had hope to bring her home.
Oh, yeah.
You went like rapid fire on Danny's TikTok. I was sharing Danny's TikToks. We were all doing stuff to get this girl. It was a horrific story that she told, pulling over on the side of the highway, trying to save a baby. Somebody supposedly took her. It was made up. It was totally fictitious. It was, we found out, this is speculation. I don't want to, plant this or anything like that, but it was over a guy. She was attempting to get a man's attention, made up the whole story, wanted her ex-boyfriend back, see if he cared enough about her. The one thing that I had a hard time with this is how quick it went out and how quick you got it to other places, to other platforms, and it just went viral so quickly. He was the first person, one of the first people that I saw it. I was like, who's this Carly chick? Like, what's going on here? And it just exploded. For a long time, I'm going to talk about race. So, no, for a long time, people have been saying that Caucasian women, which is very, very true, they put their stuff out on the air quicker. Let's think Elizabeth Smart. I mean, overnight, everyone knew her name. The other one, our little one from Long Island. Gabby Petito.
Yes.
Gabby Petito, wildfire. That went out like crazy. There was another young lady who was an Indian woman, same week as Gabby Petito, that got zero press. They found her body. She was dead. Still has zero press. I read the story, reached out to her parents with an apology just for myself as a United States citizen to say, I'm so sorry that this has happened to your child and that did not land in our hands to help. But what upsets me about this is that there are so many cases where they say because we are of a different race, we don't get the publicity. The world reached out to say, no matter what it is, let's give this the publicity. And then the way it went down for me was almost like so sad. And I really commend you and like what you said. You said, I don't care if she made the story up or not. I got the story out. That was like my job. That I let it be known. But just moving forward to the future, guys, and I'm not knocking Carly Russell. If there are some mental health issues, please don't play with the media like that. We almost were at a point where, whoa, this got so viral. It was bigger than what they did for Gabby Petito. It was getting bigger than what we did, which is amazing. They're reaching all different races and the ethnicities for missing people. Let's keep that up. Let's keep these people going. No matter what they are, we're missing people. But if you're going to lie about it and play stunts and stuff like that, it really does hurt the truth. So please, my message to you guys is, please don't do that. We're here trying to help. We have Destiny, who is on every platform for missing people. Danny, who doesn't stop with his missing people. And for myself, anything that's missing, my hands are in it. I'm trying to figure out a way to help, even in the smallest way. We could save people just by seeing something, saying something. Guys, but don't lie. Please don't pull those stunts anymore, because that really was a waste of time. We could have been finding 5 or 6 other people that needed help. Okay, with that being said,
I agree with everything you said. And think about it. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they do pick who they want to put the story out.
Absolutely.
There. And usually, and let's be honest, usually a white blonde girl, or I mean, it's the fact. It's a 100% fact.
Yes.
We could say it's not. It's 100% fact. And you think about even like suspects, like murder suspects and stuff. Think of Scott Peterson. Remember that case, right? The girls liked him. He was so they wanted to put him up there. They picked different things, but this case was different. It seemed like everybody wanted to help, because I think she stopped to get a toddler. Any one of us would have done that.
She was a hero in her story. She was a hero. So it's almost like, oh my goodness, she's a hero, and then this happens to her. It was so horrific and so tragic. My head did not think anything false in the beginning. I thought this poor girl, the baby was a ploy, and because I've heard that before on TikTok, my source, which I believe in as well, and she was a ploy, and then they went and she got kidnapped, and I didn't think she was going to ever be found again. I thought they were going to find her body somewhere dead. Like, that's what I thought of this. So I'm so glad that she's home. Carly, if you see this, I'm so glad you're home and happy, and I hope that you can get the help that you need. No man is worth doing this to yourself or to anything. You got to have some self-love. Love yourself.
One last thing I want to say. Her attorney came out yesterday, and he admitted to everything, which honestly I loved. Because in this day and age in America, we blame everybody. It was his fault. It was her fault. It was when you come out and say, you know what, it was my fault. I mean, her attorney talked for her, but her attorney said she lied about everything. I mean, he didn't, and he said she's going to get some help. And you know what? I respect that.
I like that.
I respect that. And you know what? America is a forgiving place. If you admit you're wrong, we will forgive you.
You know what?
Honest to God, we'll forgive you.
I love that, Danny. I was raised that day. I was raised that in an environment where, like, you just say the truth. Give me the truth. The truth will be. And my mom and dad would always say that to me. If you tell us the truth, you're not. I was in trouble for nothing. Just spit the truth. So I lived my life like that. That doesn't always get me so far in life, but as an adult, it works for me now. I tell the truth, and it's okay. So I really like that. So thank you, Carly. I'm going to change this up a little bit. You had me a little crooked at you, but thank you for telling the truth, because maybe that'll be other people, you know, on these platforms, other people will start doing the same instead of hiding a lot of what's going on in this country, because you know how much we're hiding now. That stuff that's going on with the celebrities. What do you think about this?
What do you mean?
The celebrities and the whole sex scandal.
I don't know about this.
Yeah.
You guys don't know about?
No.
Okay. So the whole thing with the movie coming out, the Freedom movie, they're saying that a lot of these higher end celebrities have something to do with the sex trafficking in Hollywood and a lot of things like that, and people aren't coming. Not only are people not coming through to answer anything against them, but they're not even promoting the movie, and they're blacklisting complete strangers that are promoting the movies. So that, you know, it's a big concern in this country right now. We guys look into that, guys, and we'll talk about it next
Well,
week.
I could tell you this, that the Epstein thing is sick. And that guy
he's tied to a lot of people.
He's tied to a lot of people. And let me tell you this. If any of our names were on his list, it'd be released already. But since it's celebrities and politicians, nothing's released. It's covered up.
Absolutely.
That's a fact, folks.
Well,
Sorry, that irritates.
It's starting to unleash right now.
Yes.
There is a news reporter. He is like the English version of Walter Cronkite, they say. So he's like the English version of Walter Cronkite, and he was paying $40,000 per photo for a 14-year-old young girl to send him naked pictures.
My God.
That's disgusting.
Not only is that disgusting, but like it's the way it's leaking out now. It's the people were at least suspecting. I just think that in that generation, they thought they weren't going to get caught. They didn't think there was going to be a large enough platform for people to reach the way that it does. So there's a lot of people going away for those kind of crimes. And again, we've always said this, though, it starts with the mental health. If you need mental health, there's out there for you. Before you land yourself in jail for life, before you land yourself destroying children's lives or adolescent people's lives and doing crazy things to people, if you have these problems, okay, we all have problems. Get some help before it becomes something. You know,
I agree.
Get the help.
I totally agree. But yeah, I think if that Epstein list comes out,
it's guys, it's trickling.
I don't know about you all, but you know, I'm sick of watching all these crimes being committed by our politicians and no one getting arrested. I'm really sick of it, because if it was us, we'd all be in jail years ago. Years ago. I mean, there's crimes every day committed by our politicians, and we're ignoring them.
Well, it's not just ignoring them. They're in the favor game. You guys know the favor game.
I know what you mean.
The favor game in this country, and I'm sure you know, being in a police department back then, I'm sure you guys had that too. Like one person, I'm not saying you're a bad cop. You know
I know
what
what
I'm saying, but you know what I mean? You know, like even in my business now, one hand washes the other. You know, someone comes to me and says that, you know, my nephew needs to be in this movie, blah, 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 but I have this perfect kid for the movie, but this kid's nephew's going to be in the movie. I know this guy's going to get me blah, 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 blah work. The nephew's probably going to go in the movie. I hate to say it. And then it just starts spiraling out of control. So you're, you know, for these celebrities, they're at parties together, things are happening. If you don't see something, say something from the beginning, then you're a part of it. And if you're a part of it, of course, they're all keeping their mouths shut because they're all a part of it. Not all of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not accusing one specific person.
I know.
But you know what I mean. Okay. Another thing. Gilgo. You guys, the Gilgo serial killer.
I know a little bit about it.
New York.
Yeah, but I've studied serial killers, so.
You have?
Yes.
Okay, so, good. So you don't really know much about this.
I don't, for some reason, I didn't get a hold of this case for some reason. I don't know why. It just didn't get me to start talking about it. I don't know why.
Long Island, New York, they're sex workers for decades. So I forgot the first one. Okay, but I wanted you to give me a description. How does this work with serial killers? You know serial killers. So tell me what a serial killer...
Well, I can tell you this. They're looking at him for Atlantic City also.
Yes.
Have you ever seen that?
Yes. Atlantic City, and he owns property here.
Yes, I saw that. Yes. He owns timeshare here. So they're checking to see if when he was here, if he did anything here.
Yeah.
But Atlantic City, there was prostitutes being found all over Atlantic City for years. I remember that.
This is a long time ago?
Yes. Okay. So I believe he may have, because, you know, in that area, especially New York, Pennsylvania, that's where we went. Atlantic City was our trip. I'm
Yeah,
sure you
yeah,
went there. I went
absolutely.
there. That was where we all went.
Yes.
So I could see him going there and doing this.
That's
You know,
right.
telling his wife, hey, I'm going to gamble in Atlantic City, you know, or whatever. I mean, did you see the picture of this guy?
Yes.
I mean, he's a creep. I mean,
Seriously,
look at
like,
this dude.
Oof.
To me, like, he was the epitome of what a serial killer
Yes.
would look like. Like,
Yeah.
when I looked at
Yes.
him, I'm like, oh, they don't need a trial. Like, it's just
Yeah.
him. And I know that's so bad, but that's what I said. That's him. Like, every part of me. They
Mhm.
only linked him so far through DNA to 4 women.
Mhm.
But come on, there were so many more women found. They're going to find out a lot more about
Oh,
him.
yeah.
But tell me the background on a serial killer. So is it normal that he had such a normal life?
Yes.
This guy had a normal life.
Think
Like,
about a lot of them. They
Mhm.
all have normal lives. They all, and they're usually like him. You know, here's the craziest thing about serial killers. Usually don't have a criminal record.
none.
They've never been arrested for anything.
Yeah.
Not even shoplifting.
No criminal record.
Right.
He was married. He owns
Yes.
a couple of homes.
Mhm.
He worked in Manhattan, commuted. I mean, just a normal guy thing to do when
Right.
you're in New York. You work in Manhattan, you commute to Long Island. Like, these are normal people things. Where did you find the time to go kill all these women?
Mhm.
You know, like, he did a lot. Like, it was a lot.
Yeah.
They said that he was getting women from Jersey as well. So he would have them commute from Jersey, meet them in Manhattan, take them to Massapequa, Long Island, which is a little town in Long Island, I believe on the North Shore. Massapequa? Yeah, I think on the North Shore. And then Gilgo Beach is out further, very nice area. He'd kill them and leave them there.
Oh my God.
Insane.
They said he would call family members and taunt the family members.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Wow.
You got
There's rumor he called Howard Stern show too, and said he was a serial killer. They have voice of him calling a Howard Stern show.
Howard. Howard. For real?
I'm not
Howard
kidding.
doesn't put this out, though?
Honestly, God, this was years ago, like in the
Wow,
1990s.
Howard, you better
Stern
get
got
up
this
on
call.
this story.
Yeah, honest to
Good
God,
point.
they think he called the Howard Stern show back in the 90s.
Wow.
Yes, and
That's
said I'm a
insane.
serial killer and this and that. They believe it is him.
Mhm.
Think about this: when we were growing, yeah, I'm a little older than you, but do you remember Son of Sam?
Of course I remember.
Okay, I didn't know if
Sam.
you remember.
Yes, I remember.
I mean,
Sam.
you don't
Yeah.
know that.
She probably knows. She keeps up in good.
Son of Sam would
criminal
kill.
conversation.
He would actually kill couples that were
Yeah,
parking
yeah.
and
Mhm.
stuff like that. He would come up and shoot them and stuff like that. And it was in New York, and it went on. His dog was telling him to kill people.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know it.
Mm.
He would talk to his dog, and his dog would tell him. But how he would write the police and taunt them a letter and say,
Yeah.
"Son of Sam."
Yep.
Oh,
So that-
yes.
So he would send them a letter. They caught him by a parking ticket.
Yep.
He
Yep.
parked.
In front, almost in front of his house. Like right
Yes,
there.
and they gave him a parking ticket. That's how they solved the serial
Yeah.
crime on that.
And again, when you did the background on him, kind of normal people.
Yes.
Like they had
Mhm.
normal
And they have
lives.
jobs.
Yeah.
Like they go to work
Jobs,
every day.
lives.
Yes.
I wonder, like, well, I don't really want to know, but from a psychological standpoint, it's what brings you to that? I
Right.
watched something really interesting the other day. Guys, you need to get on this. If you haven't seen The Crowded Room, I don't know if it's on Hulu, Netflix, you got to watch it. It's a true story, but they loosely reenacted it and changed some of the crimes. They were a lot more horrific in real life than they were for it, but he, young boy, a lot of really bad stuff happened to him. When he was young, his mind split into a couple of different characters, so he was killing people under different people, which is true. This is true.
Wow.
There is something called split personality. There's
Yeah.
bipolar personality that can do split. Then there is a basic sociopath can split its personality between two people, and then also being a total schizophrenic, and then having multiple personality disorder. There's so many ways this can happen, but he literally had 4 or 5 of them. He had a woman inside of him. He had like this badass Russian that spoke Russian inside of him, and legitimately he was in jail. Evidence there was him speaking Russian. Never learned.
Tom Holland,
Yes.
Apple TV. I was
Yes.
telling you about that.
No, not Tom Holland. This one was a Sullivan.
No?
Last name not a family member. What was Sullivan? Come on, Danny Sullivan. It was Danny Sullivan, the Danny Sullivan story. Yes. So, but it is called The Crowded Room.
Yeah,
in his
no,
mind.
Tom Holland's the actor.
Oh, yes, you saw it.
I was telling you about it because
Tell me about it.
I was like, oh, he had to. I was telling someone, I was like, Tom had to take a break because he felt like he was becoming that guy.
You didn't tell me that.
Oh, I was telling
that's the
someone.
actor. But Danny Sullivan's the guy.
Yeah.
And then he turns into the girl.
Yeah.
You guys need to see this because it is so it's so wild because it makes you really understand in a way. I mean, it attempts to give you empathy for the killer, for the serial killer. It wants to give you empathy for him, but I couldn't catch the empathy. No matter what had happened to him, you still don't do those things. I mean, you got to get help and whatever. But it was so interesting. Watch it from that standpoint because it was really really interesting. The other one, that crime.
Which one?
Oh man, your favorite.
Oh, the Idaho case.
Oh god, the Idaho case.
The
They're
college girls, yeah.
What are they starting to say now? That
listen, Dawn, this week I almost like I don't know. I just wanted to start drinking because these people on my comment section, they drum up these conspiracy
I have
theories.
to stop you.
I can't take it.
Please.
All right.
This world can't handle you drunk. Whatever, you cannot start drinking. Everything else, yes, you cannot start drinking. Can you imagine Danny the fear in him?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it makes people talk and they get loud.
Yes.
I can't even see him drunk. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Go on. I just envisioned that and I don't even remember. Our production lady is dying right now. She's losing it. She's like, I can't see Danny drunk.
These people come up with stuff like about this Idaho case. I can't take it. It like if I wouldn't get a community guidelines violation on TikTok, I would let these people have it. I'm telling you, but I can't because TikTok. I was one violation away of losing my TikTok at one point.
Oh, that's.
I know. I was so I had to calm it down.
Yeah.
Because people. I mean, the conspiracies are like. The DoorDash guy was Brian Koberger. Oh yeah, Brian Koberger signed up for DoorDash to do this. I mean, seriously, where do people come up with this? But Dawn, it scares the heck out of me because some of these people could be on a jury and they have absolutely no common sense.
I know. That is so scary. We
true.
talked about it once. Where are we going to find normal people to do? We're not. This is what the world has.
The world went nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I look at people on TikTok and I think, could you imagine this person being on a jury? They're insane.
Do you blame social media? Though? There's so much content out there. Their minds are freaking nuts.
Yes.
There's so much content, and they're like scrolling. How are we going to get a jury together?
I know. It's going to be impossible.
They should let you pick the jury. I'm not kidding. Because I still say Danny Miner for president. I am not playing. This world would be a different place. I am dead serious. You know what you would do in Congress?
I tried
some shit up.
I told her last week I wanted to run, but I'm afraid of my ex-wife. I told you that, right? My ex-wife would say, "Oh, I got something to say." I'd be like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
When I did I don't know if Don told you, I filmed the reality show last year, and we were in hopes it would go. And the first thing I said to my ex-wife, "Listen, if for some reason I get popular, I'll pay you off so you don't say anything." I'm just
listen.
I'm just kidding.
We all have skeletons, right? That's me. I said it last week too. The week before too. I said I'm just waiting. One day he's gonna be like, "Oh, she acts like that now." Like,
but honestly, these people make up things in their head.
Yeah.
Like the DoorDash guy came in there and killed everyone. No, he didn't. The DoorDash guy was Brian Koberger. Do you think the police did not check on the DoorDash guy? Do you think all this time they never checked on it? Of course they did.
Yeah, it can't be the DoorDash.
Yeah, oh my, seriously. I want to explode when I hear the DoorDash. I want to explode.
And also, I know you weren't picking on that girl. One of your TikToks, they said you were picking on the girl. I know you're not picking on the girl.
Which one?
You
I didn't even see that.
The little blonde girl. She had a white shirt on in the video, and someone said that you were like targeting the little girl or something. No. I'll send it to you. And I don't think you're picking on the kid. They made it sound like you were getting loud about the kid. And I was like, he just gets loud.
Loud in general.
Listen,
this is just him, guys.
People can't handle loudness. I don't know why. I'm like, why do you care?
Yeah.
Like, why do you sit there and say to yourself, I don't like this guy, I'm going to tell him I don't like you. Just move on. Just move on. It's real simple. TikTok made it simple. You do this. It's over.
It's a scroll.
It's simple.
It's a scroll. You know what? You know what the thing is? The MO to my confidence gets raid on Instagram. They say things about me to try to let's see who she'll respond to jolt the.
Yeah.
So I look like this. As they said, a funny one the other day. I'm not going to repeat it, but it was pretty funny. The things they say about me and what I look like and who I am and the stuff I talk about and why my life is so discreet and all these things. And I'm like, Thank God. Thank God. They're busy doing that, and this is my entertainment. They're entertaining me. They don't even realize it. So when I leave, I get in the car too, and sometimes now I let my car read me the hate. So it's like, so-and-so said this and this. And I'm like, that's like kind of true. Okay. So-and-so. And so that, unless it's like really, really bad, like I won't get into this. It's like they want to hurt my self-esteem. That's what the goal is. They want to hurt us.
My live was suspended for 7 days once because yes.
Well, no, they must have triggered you because you generally don't go off.
I don't, but I said stuff back, and next thing I know, boom, my life is gone. I'm like, what happened? And then I got a notice from TikTok that I was suspended for 7 days.
This is the way, and I say this a lot to my students. I say this a lot to anybody, my path, the kids I represent, stuff like that. If you're honed in like this on yourself, your craft, your work, and what you're doing, you have no time for all this. The people that have time for all this, sorry guys, you're not doing much with yourselves. I'm a busy bee. You have time to sit and tell me that my face is crooked or whatever it is. I'm not symmetrical. But you know, I'm busy. I'm busy. I have a lot of people in my life that love me, that I care for, and that I have fun with and stuff. So when you guys are busy hating, I'm busy honing, you know. So keep honing. That's the message. Honing on your craft. Honing on what you love. Do the things that make you happy in this life, and it doesn't matter what people think of you ever. I don't care. Yeah. And you know, young people will learn that one day, right? Young people will learn that. We're all in training right now. Okay, next week we are going to have a show and a half here. I cannot wait to see what happens tomorrow. So we're going to have we're going to see what happens.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
All right, my head just went faster. I pictured like a big alien sitting there, like imagine. Okay, we could get one. We'll have like this big pink alien, and she'll be Barbied out and be like, "Yes, I'm from wherever." And Danny would be so proud. Like, I was right the whole time. They exist.
I'm gonna say this is my, and you could hold me to this. It's from a different dimension. That's my guess. That's my guess. I don't think it's coming from a different planet. I think all of a sudden we're starting to see this crap. Oh, my daughter filmed a UFO. Shoot, I know it's too late in the show. Next week we'll talk about it.
Say it. What happened?
My daughter she went back home to Pennsylvania. When she was flying back, on her plane, she filmed a UFO.
She's a believer also.
I mean, it's good footage. Yeah. I mean, it's good footage. I'm not kidding. She filmed it.
I would love to see your biological daughter and what's in there. Can you get her on the show? Does she believe like you?
My daughter, Brittany, my oldest daughter, she's like me. My youngest daughter, who's 26, who's the therapist. She's a therapist probably because of me.
Okay, I love her. Yes, that's what I could totally
she's
see
quiet.
Your daughter being a therapist.
Yeah, she's a therapist, my daughter.
That is so cool.
Yeah, she got her master's degree from UNLV.
She grew up with you, and then she's like, I gotta figure this shit out. This something's not right. I gotta make this work. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, don't forget to tune in next week. Dawn Sullivan _ Keep leaving me hateful comments. I'm just kidding. Thank you guys for so much love. And like I said before, start tuning into social media shows and live stream while we're doing the show so we can answer the questions here, because by the time I get to the questions, I'm already like, what are they talking about? So yeah, call in. Danny, how can they get in touch with you?
At The Crime Solver on TikTok. DM me. Just at The Crime Solver.
And I'm telling you, you need to get a hold of Destiny. This girl, she's a crime junkie. She will go and ghost and crime junkie. Yes. You need some podcasts? She's got them.
I got it.
Another thing, guys, we're doing an improv show. There's a lot going on at Dream Tracks. 1-877 Acting 4. 1-877 Acting 4. A lot going on there. I'm ramping up to do another IMTA, International Model and Talent Association in Los Angeles this time. It's on January 8th to January 12th. It is going to be epic. I'll keep you updated and posted on all that stuff, guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Thank you to the fans. Thank you for the haters. We just joke around a lot here. If we offended you, sorry. Oh, and hi, Destiny's dad. Destiny's dad.